Greetings, travelers, and welcome back. So before we get started today, there's a few things that I've noticed that I wanted to kind of clear up. Most importantly with HQM and custom NPCs. And I see this a lot, and I can understand where the confusion comes from. But the thing is, let me get back into regular mode. The thing is, the quest book, unlike most mod packs, this quest book is actually used as more of a journal. Now, there are some quest chains, such as the Arcane Magics, Age of Industry, those kind. But most of them are more of journal entries. Think of some of the MMOs that are out there where you get a quest and then it gives you a point on the map to go to. Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to do that as far as putting waypoints. Don't worry, I'm working on it, trying to see if I can get Tech Brew to do that. But until then, the quest book is that waypoint. So when you open the book and you go to these quests here, and you see these points, these are just to let you know where to go. These aren't the only quests. And I say it that way because I see a number of people playing that think once they complete the quest here, they're done, they move on. And that's not how it was intended to be. So it's basically telling you, go to this point. Now in the case of the job boards, it's just kind of an aesthetic to unlock. But then you get to these here, and it's telling you, go to this person. When you get there, talk to them. Talk to the NPC. And I mean like right-click talk, not, chit-chat like you're role-playing. I mean, that's good and all, but you need to talk to the NPC. That's how you get the actual quest for the book. Some of the changes that I've made here, I've been doing some reorganization of my house real quick. I'll show you. Most of the chests are gone. I got some bookcases up because I just kept getting a whole lot. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. A whole lot of books. So I started using the bookcases so I could organize that better. Got rid of all these chests here. It's just my ender chest. What my goal is this time around is, instead of having the huge base with, like the last season was domes with themes, I'm going to take this village and utilize the houses to do everything. So like here, I've got all my tinker's tables to work with and some of the extra parts. Over here, I have my basic ore processing setup. And then in here is my storage area for now. And I say for now because I'm trying to decide. I love AE. Don't get me wrong. Can't wait to have it. But I'm thinking this time around, make an actual warehouse from the Ancient Warfare. Did that at the towns, but one for my own personal use. But I do intend to use all these little houses for something, one way or the other, without pushing out too. Really? You're sleeping on a cot? Okay. Without pushing too many of the villagers out. So what I plan to do today is I'm going to kind of get caught up on the quest line to where we split. One thing I will do, last time we were talking about the fast travel. So let's go here. And while we're walking over there, so I did do some quests to get it up. The one thing to keep in mind is, unless you're doing the main quest line where it actually gives that information or gives it to you through the process of the quest, you can do it using the daily quests. It just takes a little longer because, of course, you've got to do some of them more than once to get the total amount of points, because that's an odd number, 450. Once you do get that, that unlocks, at least in this area, unlocks the neutral fast travel, which then leads over into nearly all the areas so that you can unlock the western fast travel. The eastern one is a little bit more of a challenge because, it's the bad guys. If you're doing the main quest line, actually opens up for you. If you're not, you're going to have to hoof it to get there in order to do quest open it up early. That was intended. No benefits for being the bad guy. And that's what I've got to look forward to as well. Go here. Oh, I can't wait till I have flight. Oh, look at the hobbits over there just enjoying a nice pipe. Yeah. Hero's business. I've got things to do. I don't have time to just sit and smoke with you guys. Probably should get a mount too. This would have been faster with a mount. Maybe I'll do that too. But what I plan on doing is once I show you the fast travel initially, once it's open, I am going to go finish up the quest line to get to the point where I'm going to do the split, which means we're going to be going to Isengard. And once we've got that point, that's when I will come back so we can take a look at the quest line from there. But first I just want to show you the fast travel before doing that so you know that it can be opened without doing it. And pay no mind to these signs of something that we are trying out. That's why it's not the regular signposts. At one point, I know there was some reports of some serious memory leaks. Turns out that there was an update to Journey Map that was causing it, and he updated rather quickly, which was one of the other updates that I pushed out. So that way we didn't have to worry about it. He's a long ways away, isn't he? Oh, I'm out of food. And I need to heal. Here it is, way off in the distance. Hello, Hobbit. Alrighty. So now that I have the right faction, notice the change. So let's... Well, you can just see. Here's all the areas that are unlocked normally. There's a few others that will unlock as you go along, but you'll have to actually, through the fast travel or through walking it on your own to unlock it, which is why you'll see sometimes there'll be more than one of these guys. This one's the master, and then there'll be an apprentice, and then another apprentice that's for the Eastern. So anyway, let me go and get caught up on that quest chain, and I will come back when we're ready to continue. Welcome back, everybody. Alright, so I've gotten caught up to the point where the quest has changed. Now, before, if you have played this pack long enough and you played the main quest line, you would know that once you spoke to everybody, they would send you to Middle Earth, and you would talk to the guy next to the portal. That's changed. The new path is to change, or it sends you to the fast travel, which is where we're almost to, but I wanted to come back before we got to that point. So now you can see where the quest line goes from this point. And you'll also notice if I go in here for faction. Now before, remember I had opened up the fast travel, but now that I have actually followed the quest line, it's set my neutral alliance to 500. Before I had just enough to get it, it will automatically set it to that. Now that brings up a good point that I hear very often a question And look, here we are. So, the biggest thing, when you're doing this on a server, command blocks have to be enabled. By default, they're off. So if you're setting up a server with this pack, make sure to turn on command blocks in the server properties. That is the single most common, like 99% reason why quests aren't working. Which then leads to the 1%, which I get complaints, or reports all the time of, this quest isn't working, I can't go anywhere. Aside from the newer quests, which there still very well could be some bugs, we think we've got them all worked out. The quest line up to this point, before the split, I guarantee you, with 100% certainty, if you're not progressing in the quest line, you missed something somewhere. Now, there is a couple of exceptions. And that is why Elm at the docks can reset your faction so that you don't break it if it does get broke. But other than those couple of circumstances, it is something you've missed. Go back, walk through again, reread everything. That is very, very important. So, now back to the quest line. So we are going to actually, it says messenger not found. We need to go to Bree. And if I don't know if anybody that's in my HQM party has done this part, so let's find out. Alright, so yep, we are supposed to be going to Bree for this part. So let's go to Bree. Ta-da! And see, this is what I was talking about, where in some of them you'll see this guy, which, if you have the right faction, which I should, you'll have a few more places you can go. And then there's this guy, which won't, because he's Eastern. So, let's go to the Prancing Pony, because apparently somebody is waiting for me and has some information. So let's go see what they have for me. And I will also let you know, if any of you ever come across Tegan75 out in the real world outside of this server, make sure to give her, her husband, and her brother props, because those three were the ones that made Bree possible. It was a very, very large build, and the three of them worked on this, oh my goodness, seems forever to get it done. And they did it all themselves. And see, of course, now here's the job board. So if we go to the quest book, I should actually be able to complete that one as well. The Erebor. Oh, that's here. No, that's not it. Arnor? Oh, yep, Bree. I already got it. Alright, so somebody in the party's already done it. And yes, there'll be a lot of quests here too. And that's where the whole Western quest line thing comes in, because you can actually get the Western faction open by using the Eastern faction teleport. Is it here? There we go. Alright, and there's a guy we need to talk to. Alright, so let's see. Oh, so he already knows who I am. Buddy, you wouldn't be able to kill me. Trust me. You're not that strong. At least I don't think so. And it looks like we are going to Orkthink. Alrighty then. So, Isengard it is. Now, Orkneyk or Isengard is another one of those places that I have redone. Was never 100% happy with it, and with some recent changes, the FPS at Isengard was just, even with my computer, I couldn't spend more than 5 or 10 minutes there before it would just get so bad I couldn't do anything. What is there? That was weird. So basically did a complete remodel in order to fix that. What is that? I guess it is. That was weird that it had the writing up there. And there was a couple of places that I did a little remodeling. After we go and choose our faction, Isengard. I will show you some of the other changes. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's go. Every time I talk about going to Isengard, I want to do the song, They're Taking the Hobbits to Isengard. Look it up, it's funny. And it's supposedly Legolas singing it. So the first thing you'll notice, trees. Lots and lots of trees. This is more reminiscent of what you've seen in pictures and the movie prior to Saruman destroying it. It's no longer the black obsidian tower. Went with one that was made by Epic Quests. And the nice thing about this one is, well, it's entirely furnished inside, for one. Very nicely done. And there's Saruman. So, pay attention to what I'm saying. This quest line in particular, there is no escaping out of it. I've disabled that, so you go through and you use the dialogues to get out. Yeah, let's see. Oh, everybody's been watching me. So here is the moment of truth. This is where you're going to decide. Western or Eastern, good or evil. And folks, this is where I said that we've done the good side. We're going to go ahead and do the evil side. Now, finally an ally. Gandalf plans to strangle Mordor through the prolonged war and a food blockade, but has one weakness. In order to win such a difficult war, he will need a powerful ally, so Gandalf plans to awaken the powers that have been slumbering since the last era, the inhabitants of the Enchanted Forest. This is madness, for these powers have never served anybody but themselves. We are now faction necromancer, because you can no longer do that quest, and Eastern Alliance is now set to 500 points, so we've unlocked all of the quests, or the fast travels for the most part. So let's go back here. We've done this one. We've done this one. Now, here's where the change is. You should, depending on your choice, receive the token. So we are going to just turn that in. Claim our reward. And alright, to ensure victory, Gandalf has decided to turn over a powerful artifact, the mirror, for the duration of the war, since only participants have the right to use it to plan military action. Thus Gandalf has given it to Galadriel, Queen of Lorien, as a tool to wage an all-out war against the East. Let's burn down the house to get rid of roaches. Currently, the mirror is a powerful artifact from magical land of Aman. In the West, my order brought the mirror here to help us protect Middle-earth from an evil and cunning force by using it to predict possible outcomes of our actions. Be that as it may, when I asked Gandalf how he proposed to reclaim the mirror afterwards, he dismissed me with a wave of his hand. Therefore, we need to destroy the mirror before it is used to exterminate Mordor. Wrestling here. Palantir. The only option, however, some of the Palantir are closely guarded. Luckily, some have been lost in the world. I will need to locate the lost ones and then decide what is to be done. In the meantime, I would like you to investigate a great power I feel growing in what was once referred to as a greenwood, though most now call it Mirkwood. Alright, what did he give me for the quest? I'm unlocked. Alright, so we need to use the eastern guy, which means we go back to Bree, because it's the only connection on this side for the east. And we'll see what happens. Now, to be fair, this particular quest line, or path of the quest line, I have not done. I am doing it for the first time myself, for you guys, in the videos. So we will both be surprised at where we go and what we do, similar to how I did the blood magic one. Let's go to Bree. Actually, you know what? I wanted to show you some of the other changes. So Erebor. Oh. I can't. I hate being stuck. Let's hope that fixes it. There we go. Alright, so if you've been to Erebor, you'll recognize all of this. The major change... can I get over there? No, I don't think... Well, I can, but I gotta fly. Or swim. I guess we're going to go for a swim. This area over here is new. I'll let you explore it to its fullest, but I've added on a whole separate section to Erebor. Again, it was needed that little extra. I mean, the mountain itself, yes, but there is more to it that most people haven't seen, and that's why I added that for this last update. Let's go ahead and go back to Bree, though. And I should not have done that. Alright, let's go here. Alright, give me a moment and let me get over there because I forgot. That's Western. Again, you have to do Western quests. I could. We're not going to do that this episode, so give me just a moment and I'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. Alright, so we got over here, and this time I've made a waypoint, so I don't have to do that again. Put this back. Oh. No. MTN. Alright, so we need to go to Bree. And I need to eat. Notice now he's open. So let's go to Lung. Alright, there we go. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to call this the episode. We will continue along the quest line from this point. And this is a custom NPC, so you don't have to worry about him attacking. But we will come back in the next episode and pick up from here. We'll have to do some other little side quests, I'm sure. But I want to thank you all for coming and stopping by. And everybody have a great day.